It's Sunday now, getting ready to leave. Is the captain ready?
A little bit nervous, it's windy, tide's not quite where we want it, but we're going to give it a go.
After 44 days, we are indeed ready to go, starting a new season. Hop on board. Farewell, Herrington Harbour North. You've looked after us very nicely. Not much water today either, but hopefully we'll make it out through the channel.
Do I look nervous? Because I bloody am. Going into a channel with shoals with gusty wind up behind us. Not the best way to start. If we can just get out of here.
293.
For the first part of our trip south, we left from Herrington Harbour all the way down the Chesapeake, had a brief night in Deltaville, and then out of the Chesapeake down around the infamous Hatteras, which we were absolutely becalmed, around Cape Lookout and into Beaufort. Oh, this is the life. Sails are out, we've got 20 gusting 30 knots wind, and we are charging down the Chesapeake at 9 knots. All the stuff we put on board doesn't seem to be affecting her performance. She's going for it. So lovely to hear the sound of the water again. Just listen to this sound. Oh my god, I've missed that. There's the boss. She seems to be happy enough. Highfield's enjoying its first ride. It's been very good so far. Did I say before that it's so nice to be sailing again? Wow, look at that blue. Listen to that sound. 9 knots down the Chesapeake. Flat water. Lovely. Today the wind's not so great. We're motoring down the Chesapeake into a light 4 to 5 knots of wind with a nice warm cup of tea, and down below we have... Oh, what are you doing down here? Lemon cake. Lemon cake baking on the Chesapeake. Look at this. Monday morning, we've left the Chesapeake. We are out into the Atlantic. 7 knots of wind on the nose with 2 knots of current under us, so we've got a bit of a wind over tide situation. It's very choppy, but we are in the Atlantic in November. We are crazy. Beautiful dawn on Tuesday morning. Calm off of the Hatteras, and we are still motoring. Just got a bit of sail up to keep us from flopping around on our way to Beaufort, which is about 80 miles ahead. Several yachts around, all doing the same thing. Beautiful sunrise. The wind has just come in slightly from the south. Oh, and it's so warm. It's lovely. What a beautiful morning. Heading towards Cape Lookout. It's 20 plus degrees. It's sunny in the cockpit.
Bunny temperature.
Bunny temperature,
yeah.
And we are sailing. And we only have 1 layer of clothing on at last. Beautiful. The wind has just come around on the beam. We're troggling along at, not breaking any speed records, but we're doing 7.5. Lovely.
Coming into Beaufort 40 minutes before sunset. We've motored most of the afternoon and looking forward to our anchorage. Hopefully it will be a quiet one. And we are anchored next to the town dock. Welcome to
Beaufort, North Carolina. Always wanted to come here. Very pretty.
Like I said, before sunset.
The evening light here in Beaufort, Anchorage, is quite special. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Peace and colour. We're in downtown Beaufort. Quaint little fishing town with the quaint houses. And we're going to go and try their coffee.
We are tourists again.
Tourists. It feels like springtime, not winter.
Thanksgiving today. Happy Thanksgiving. Waterfront of Beaufort. Very nice dogs.
There's the river, Taylor's Creek. This is the quaint marina office. And on to Front Street. Lots of little shops, all closed today. We had the town to ourselves.
Very quiet, but better looking than yesterday under the dark clouds.
Lovely and sunny today. Beautiful. Classic street of Caroline houses. All white, clapboard, tidy lawns and verandas. Still got the autumn leaves on the trees here. Really does feel like a lovely autumn day, doesn't it? Sun streaming through the trees. Cloudy Bay sitting nicely on her end T-pontoon. That's the river, Taylor's Creek. This is Front Street, and that's about it of the town. We are in Celebration Cottage in Morehead City, right on the North Carolina coast. Beautiful dunes, wonderful beach, and the sun just setting. Feels weird the sun setting offshore on the east coast. Must be amazing here in the summer. And here comes Juana, all dressed up for Thanksgiving. You look rather gorgeous.
Lovely. Lovely place, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, yeah. You'd never think it was sunset in late November. There are hundreds of people walking along the beach.
Leaving Beaufort, 2 lovely days here. Very pretty town. Thanks, Diane. You made us feel very welcome. Next stop is Charleston, I think.
The next leg south, we left Beaufort around Cape Fear, gave that a wide berth, and came back into Charleston, where we've been before. That was another overnight trip.
Been motoring for the last 4 hours. Now the wind picked up vaguely. Sails are out, just touching 6 knots boat speed, but enjoying the peace. Captain is in the cockpit, checking emails. Voyage and Lady Hawk also left Beaufort today. Behind us.
Lady Hawk is doing 7 knots. Viaggio is doing 8 knots. Oof,
They must be motoring.
And Mr. Anonymous out here is doing 7.1 knots. They must be motoring too. And we're doing 6.
Yeah. At least we are sailing. Approaching Charleston. Still motoring. Lots and lots of hours of motoring. We nearly ran out of fuel. Not a breath of wind. The sea is like a mill pond.
We are coming into the channel for Charlestown. We were a bit close to that buoy. I wanted to get closer, but I had to avoid it. It's a bit of a grey day now. Nice to see the Charleston Old Town waterfront again. Last time we were here it was a steamy hot June. And this is Municipal Dock up here, the city marina, where we're going to anchor right off under those trees.
Beautiful sunny afternoon here in this anchorage. And Glenn is busy on the swim platform installing the hydrofoil. How is it going?
Much better than last time. Well, so far. I might fall over the side now.
First dinghy trip of the season in the new dinghy.
Yay! You better not get her wet, Highfield. What a beautiful Charleston house. Look at that. Very nice, but a lot of wood to paint. I wouldn't want to have to paint it. Well, we've seen Charleston in summer. We're now seeing it in winter. Still got lovely blue skies, just a lot chillier. Charleston City Market. Last time we came in here for the cool. This time we're coming here for the warmth. And the Christmas decorations are up.
While waiting for a weather window here in Charleston, Glenn is attacking the projects cupboard, and he starts with the LED strip on the boom.
This one seems to be giving us problems, so it is coming off.
It's working, but just doesn't stick.
Useless. Freaking useless.
After 4 days in Charleston, not that we've been to town much in those 4 days, fueling up, and we are prepared for an overnight motoring to St. Augustine.
Motoring.
Better than going upwind.
Yeah, that's true.
Farewell, Charleston.
Hopefully these can go away for a while now, after a quick wash. From Charleston we had a dead straight line, mainly because we were motoring, all the way down to St. Augustine, skipping out Georgia entirely. Bow wave on calm water just after a lovely sunset on our way to St. Augustine.
Anchored off St. Augustine yesterday afternoon, today going ashore to explore the town.
Same old town, lots of tourists.
Very nicely decorated for Christmas. We found a quieter street, really nicely decorated in. Another very nice building. What do you have there?
These are the new remote controls for the sails. Genoa in, Genoa out, cut it in, cut it out. Apparently they work from 5 kilometers. So while you're offshore sailing, I'll be able to put the sails in. One needs that trimming in a little bit, out a little bit. But it's quite complicated to fit. 3 receivers, switch. These 2 of these because one's a spare. All sorts.
Good luck. Beautiful weather today, so the bikes are out. Last time we used them was in Bermuda 1 year ago, last December precisely.
It's a beautiful sunny day. Florida weather proper at last. We are cycling. First stop on our bicycles, St. Augustine Lighthouse. Quite famous apparently. Looks like a big candy stick. Some nice houses here. We could be in the Hamptons. Everything okay behind?
Yeah.
Heading into Anastasia State Park. On the wrong side of the road. This is the path to the beach. And what a beach it is. People are actually sunbathing on here in December. Green flag, shall we swim?
I'll wait for warmer water.
That's looking back towards St. Augustine, the lighthouse. Nice and shady through here.
Yeah.
Lots of Spanish beard under here. Or is it Spanish moss?
Spanish moss.
Spanish beardy moss. Well, the Spanish were here. Very pretty through here. But the prettiest bunny is just there. We have ice creams.
Summer.
On the pier, next to the beach, where people are swimming. Summer is here in December. No wonder people would flock to Florida. Mind you, it's going to be a different story here in 2 days when the nor'easter hits us. Beautiful beach. Lovely surf. Look at the haze in the sky. Those houses are being bombarded with salty air. Classic Florida beach drag. This is the beach road. Palm tree lined. Lots of hotels. And fast food stalls. Very Florida.
Our little excursion is finished. Returning to mothership.
Very good.
For the evening back in town to admire the lights which we saw from the boat every evening. Do you think they have enough Christmas decorations?
I think so, the Hilton certainly does. Very inviting Christmassy martini bar. Maybe we come back here later. The Casablanca Inn. Of all St. Augustine, the Hilton Hotel has really pushed the boat out. Look at that. The entrance is amazing. And in the park, they seem to have managed to get the lights right up and over the trees. Pretty bandstand. And for Monday night, it's pretty busy. And this is the Leiter Museum, another flagler building, beautifully decorated too. We're out in the north side of St. Augustine today, down the pretty Water Street. Well, how's the fellow rider this morning?
Still good.
Very nice houses. Lovely avenue here.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Really is. We came down here on the trolley bus, but it's not quite the same as coming down on your own bikes, is it?
Should we pay a visit to the Fountain of Youth?
I don't need that. I have eternal youth. Didn't you know? I thought that's why you married me, because I have eternal youth. We can go and try and see if it makes me any better, but if I get younger than you, you'll be mad. You just gotta love these beaches in Florida in December. It's like New England in August. Long Island in August.
This morning we've changed anchorage, close to the bridge, sheltered here. There is a strong nor'easter blowing us all over the place, gusting 29 knots. The tide just changed, so we should settle in a more comfortable position now. Hide and seek or treasure hunting? What are you playing there?
I am playing spaghetti, trying to wire in all this nice lot of hydraulics here.
Work in progress still?
Yeah, I'm in my little cubby hole here. These are the 3 receivers for the new remote controls, which we all know look like bricks. And I'm wiring them into the Empire bus unit here. Wiring is finished, so we have the 3 receivers, 1, 2, 3, for the 10 channels. This is the Empire bus unit, so we had to take the wires out of there, wire them into the system, and then the system's wires went back up into the Empire bus unit, so we can either control it now from the Empire bus or from the remote control. This is the isolation switch to make sure we don't accidentally operate the sails when we don't want to. And that's it, all neatly done. And surprisingly, it works.
Yesterday we reverted to our previous anchorage due to wind change. We had a little thunderstorm. Well, it wasn't exactly little, but it's all calm now and we are preparing for departure Saturday morning. Leaving St. Augustine